Morning, children. So in the last video I taught you uh, about the poet of this poem, and I told you something about the poem An Elementary School Classroom in Aslam. And today we will discuss the poem stanza wise. The poem is written by Stephen Spender, and as I told you, the theme of the poem is social injustice and class inequalities. So the poet visits a school which the poet visits a school which is located in a slum area, in a very in an area which is deprived of uh, basic facilities of a city, or where poor people live. So, dear student, you please tell me, have you ever visited or seen an elementary school in a slum? Or what does it look like? So if such question is asked to the student, normally what will be replied? Broken walls, unpainted walls, rickety roof, and no proper facilities for the children, like benches, like table, like stools or boards, or skilled teachers, etc. So let's begin the poem. Let me take the first context first. Far, far from gusty wave, the children's faces, like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their paler, the tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper seeming boy with rat's eyes, the stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk. At back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. So, dear children, the first context of this poem uh, tells us that the poem portrays a picture of an elementary school in a slum area, and the children who study in this school are deprived of basic facilities such as nutritional food, balanced diet, air, sun, shine, and potable water. And children are least interested in studies. The tall girl that has been mentioned in the poem, and a boy which is as thin as a paper. The tall girl and paper seeming boy all are victims of malnutrition. They are suffering from various diseases. One more boy is there who is sitting at the back, is dreaming of squirrel's game, though the lesson is going on in the classroom, but the another boy is interested only in the game that a squirrel is playing just near on a tree near the classroom, and he has no interest in classroom activity. So see, the children are far, far from gusty waves. Gusty Gusty stands for sudden blow of wind. Here, the gusty waves stands for the basic facilities. The word here is some good or some common things which every human being needs, which every child deserves, but these children are far, far and away from those basic things. These children's faces. These children's faces are do not seem happy at all, because they are deprived of some basic facilities like nutritional food, like air, like sun, like shine, potable water, and quality education, and a good environment. Like rootless weeds, one poetic device is here. Like rootless weeds stands for which poetic device is here? The poetic device is simile. So the children here are like weeds which are unwanted plants in a farm, in a field, and as if they have no roots, means they do not have any strong background, and they are just useless, according to the poet. The hair torn round their pale face, and the their hair, the hair of the children are very untidy and uncombed, though they have been sent to school, but the children are neither properly dressed, neither their hair are nicely combed, and they lack nutrition, and they are unwanted like weeds. So their face seems a little yellowish, and their hair are unkempt or uncombed. One girl is sitting, and she is keeping her head down. One tall girl is there in the classroom, but she seems as if she is a patient, and she has bowed down her head on the bench, and seems as if she is shouldering heavy responsibilities on her shoulder. The paper simming boy, one boy is sitting in the classroom, and the boy is very lean and thin, because the boy doesn't get proper food, proper nutritional food, so that he can maintain his health, his body. He is very thin, and due to hunger, you might have seen the eyes of rats. The eyes of rats are always in search of food. So, almost the same. The boy here seems very hungry, and his eyes look like the eyes of the rat, which are always in search of food. Uh, the stunted whose growth is somehow impaired or stopped, unlucky heir of twisted bones. The child seems very unlucky, as he has got, as his bones are twisted, uh, and he has been called as unlucky because he got this disease from his father. Means this is a hereditary disease, disease of twisted bones, and he has got the disease from his father, and he reciting a father's Nal disease. Nal disease, Nal disease stands for strange shape, and it's a type of disease where bones are twisted, not straight. So the child has got this disease from his father, and he is following the pattern of his heredity, and he is reading his lesson from his desk. The child is trying to concentrate in his study, sitting on the desk, though he seems an ill, like a patient. One more student is there at back of the dim class. Dim class stands for, because there is no brightness, there is no light in the classroom. Dark classroom is there. Once again, darkness stands for negativity. Darkness stands for where future is quite uncertain, or where there is less opportunity. One more child is sitting, which is completely unnoticed, sweet and young, though very lovable, very cute. His eyes live in a dream, and it seems as if his eyes are having a dream. He wishes to achieve something, he wishes to fulfill dream of his life, But the child does not seem interested in study and he is looking out. There is one tree, and on that tree a squirrel is playing. Squirrel is very active creature. All around us you can see the pranks done by a squirrel. So the child is busy in watching the game of the squirrel in tree room. Other than this stands for the lesson. Means the child is not at all interested in the lesson which is going on in the classroom, and he is only interested in the game which is being played by a squirrel. So dear children, some poetic devices are there. Simile I have told you. There is simile like rootless weeds in line number 2, and many metaphors have been used here. See, with rat's eyes. Rat's eyes, the eyes of the child has been compared with the eye of rat without using like and as. So it will be known as a metaphor. Father's gnarl disease. Once again here is metaphor. Squirrel's game, metaphor. Tree room, metaphor. So please note down all this somewhere in your notebooks. Children, please do one question. Note, why is Shakespeare wicked according to Stephen Spender? Please write the answer of this question. Why is Shakespeare wicked? Next two stanzas we will do in the next video. Thank you.